Hi, this is Edward, son of The Truth in the Last Days. I recently uploaded a video explaining about the vision received by the Israeli boy Nathan, and I explained in that video that if his vision is true, then final 7 years of this age might be at hand, and then after 3.5 years there will be great tribulation. And I need to share with you why God sends this great tribulation before the coming of Jesus. And there are two sides to the purpose of the great tribulation, just as there are two sides to the coin. To really understand the purpose of the great tribulation, we have to realize this truth that God sends the great tribulation for His purpose. It says here, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 11. For this reason God sends them a powerful delusion, so that they will believe the lie, and so that all will be condemned who have not believed the truth, but have delighted in wickedness. This verse follows all this description of what will happen during the Great Tribulation in this second chapter. So this verse is talking about the Great Tribulation. And it says, God sends them, all the inhabitants of this earth, a powerful delusion, so that they believe the lie. So, and all who believe in wickedness will be condemned. Now, before the coming of the real Jesus, the false Jesus will come. That's the delusion. A lot of people will be deceived in believing that the Antichrist is the real Jesus. Now, in the Great Tribulation, a lot of wickedness will be abound in this earth, and people will be just content to act upon all the wickedness and just bow down to the Antichrist and enjoy the life. Like in the Great Tribulation, this earth will be in great prosperity, and there will be no war, and everybody will experience the great economic prosperity. Those who submit to Antichrist will have a great time, and they will follow the way of the wickedness, and later on they will be condemned. And also in the Great Tribulation, the true followers who refuse to submit to Antichrist will have to suffer tremendous torture, and many of them will lose their salvation because of the torture. So the Great Tribulation will serve as the filter to filter out all the wicked people before the end of this age. So that's the first purpose of the Great Tribulation. And the second purpose of the Great Tribulation, on the other hand, is to save as many people as possible before the end of this age. Right now, a lot of Christians, although they believe in Jesus, most of the Christians are hesitating to submit to Jesus in their lives. They hesitate to deny themselves and follow Jesus. So before the end of this age, in the short period of time, which is 3.5 years, the Christians will have to decide right away something that they would have put aside for the rest of their lives, to decide to obey Him in their lives. But in the Great Tribulation, they have to decide, even in the face of death and torture. And that is how God will know who are the true follower of Jesus. So that's how God will save a lot of souls in the short period of time of Great Tribulation. So God is testing the true faith and their loyalty during the Great Tribulation. That's the purpose. So it says, since you have kept my command to endure patiently, I will also keep you from the hour of trial that is going to come on the whole world to test the inhabitants of the earth. So the Great Tribulation is sent to test the people on the earth of their loyalty to Jesus. But some Christians, God will withhold them from going through the Great Tribulation. It says here, since you have kept my command to endure patiently, I will also keep you from the hour of trial. It's because some Christians will be true follower of Jesus Christ, so that God already knows they are the true followers, so they don't need to be tested in the Great Tribulation. So for those, God doesn't want them to go through the Great Tribulation and suffer all the horrendous torture. So for them, God will not let them go through the Great Tribulation, but instead God will lead them to a safe place during the Great Tribulation so that they won't have to go through the test. And while many people will suffer torture and be put to death, those who are kept aside from the Great Tribulation, they will be alive when Jesus returns, and they will meet Jesus in rapture while they are alive. That was the purpose of the Great Tribulation, and how some Christians will be exempt from the Great Tribulation. And I bless you and your family so that you see this truth and ask God's guidance so that you will be exempt from the coming Great Tribulation to meet Jesus in the air in a rapture while still being alive.